before this video begins, I just want you to make sure to check out the original videos and support the creator. Also, these are my opinions and that everyone has their own, so I hope you enjoy this video. And spoilers, by the way. On November 17th, 2021, the channel Gemini Home Entertainment released a video titled World's Wildest Animals. Starting off as a normal video informing you on the different types of animals in Minnesota, it's until we get to the last animal, where we meet the wood crawlers, and I'll just let the video say it. I'm not much of a horror guy, but I am open to some of it, and I do appreciate whenever they work hard to create an actual scary experience. But this series hooked me in a way. As it continued, it got much and much worse. Not in the sense that it's bad, more in the sense the detail and the setting, the fear of the unknown. Well, let me tell you how this series fucked me up real good. Just as bad as Junko beat my ass. Goodbye, nobody? Scratch that, reverse it. Hello everybody, it is I, Mr. Jonny Wonka. And today, let's talk about Gemini Home Entertainment. The topic I want to talk about today is a mixture of details. What I mean by this is that the whole subject of what truly terrified me deeply comes from knowing a bunch of different information and details from a bunch of different videos. But I say the main videos that I'm going to be bringing up that shows my thoughts are the videos Games for Kids, Lethal Omen, and Crusader Probe Mission. But before we begin, let me just get out those extra details before we get to the main dish. The story of Gemini Home Entertainment is one of cosmic horror. For the longest time, we've always had the concept of aliens existing. Whether you believe it or not, well, it's up to you. But aliens are famous. The way they're used here in the series is terrifying. You can try to run, but they will catch up. You can try to fight, but it'll do you no good. You can try to get some help. Let's see how long that lasts. But the worst thing is that they're never alone. In a way, they are like wolves hunting in a pack. But unlike wolves, they work under a collective hive mind. The source, the Iris. Iris! A giant sentient planet floating through space like a giant parasite, leeching and feeding on other planets, infecting them. Now, let's talk about the idea that it plants inside your head, and how a combination of these things brought me to terror. The video Crusader probe mission shows us how the Crusader 5 traveled through space for 12 years, taking pictures of our solar system, when suddenly it came across the iris. Just to take a moment in, and just stop and examine this. View this. Mr. Remy Abo, sir? You did a fucking fantastic job with this entry. The visuals and how some of the names shown of the moons don't even exist. Just terror like this, like just imagine in universe, like looking at photos that the Crusader is sending back, and suddenly this new planet just showed up. And then it travels inside it. And we see that it's a living thing. The fact that it has like organs kind of reminds me of like the monster from Nope. Go watch that movie, by the way. Other things to know is that the moons are like fused and Neptune is just gone. In the end, the Crusader escapes the iris, and its set destination is to return home. And actually, aren't probes usually supposed to like stay in space? Even if this one was made to travel to like return home, it took 7 months. But wait, compared to like the 12 years, it makes you wonder, what if it didn't escape? What if it's still in there? And just by saying that, what have we brought home? Next video is Lethal Omen. Well, technically it's also a game, but here we're just going to be talking about one path in the game, the true ending. But to give you some insight on like some of the other stuff real quick, you explore Moonlight Acres, a camp that would be turned unknowingly to the guest into a feeding ground. As you play, you find keys, kill enemies, and escape a skinwalker. But in the ending we're going to be talking about, the player must like shoot all the bullseyes, go to a special part of the camp to get a special key, but then head back to the start, and there you'll now see a path of people watching you. You're going to be sacrificed. Once you sit in the special tree, it cuts to night, and you head to a cabin. There, it is revealed you are turned into a woodcrawler, and then a message pops up. Game over. Overlaid with a picture of the Earth. In the game, if you die or win, the image would pop up of a campfire. And as it ends, it shows the iris right behind it. Although it's scary seeing this, and like seeing the iris tell us game over, it's the next video that makes this scene and like the future video of the Crusader one, putting those two together with this one for me wise is what fully scared me. Now with this whole entry, it's misleading from the start. While yes, it actually shows us games for children to play, but if you actually listen carefully, you start to pick up something strange. And with the context of the previous videos, you start to realize the true terrifying nature of this entry. And by the last game, your suspicions are proven right. Feed the Woods. This tape was made for the children visiting the camp to go into the woods. And heck, this tape was made by the counselors themselves. Can't hold the burden of kidnapping a child to sacrifice? Defeat these monsters? Well, just manipulate them into giving themselves up. Think the police can help and stop this? As the video ends, it repeats a message we've seen throughout every time a game ends. Found you. This frame and the extra story bits, the idea that once we sent the Crusader into space and it found the iris, us sending the Crusader back, trying to get out of there quickly, the idea of it coming back with it and its response, just this response with those ideas, this truly terrified me. This idea is just horrific in my eyes. Because of this, it makes you wonder, are we better off being alone in the universe if this is what's out there? With that being said, I hope you all enjoy this video and have a good night. Good day.